Alright, so last thing I want to show is we're going to equip that short bow we got earlier. And we're going to equip the wooden arrows. So now we can take this shortcut that we got and get back up to that bridge with the dragon. So that's if we go up the stairs. What we want to do is we want to go through here. And actually, if you stand here, you can equip the bow, two-handed. And then if you hold in L1 or the bumper, you can fire your bow. Bows aren't great in Dark Souls games, but they're useful for little things. What we're gonna do is we're gonna shoot this dragon. He's gonna come onto the bridge. He'll not see us, and then he'll go back up there, and we're gonna keep shooting until we've shot his tail off. Oh, sorry. Oh, there it is. It's right bumper. So you don't have to move once you've got it in your sights. It's gonna take a lot of arrows, which is why we got 100. But it's gonna be worth it. So yeah, this is going to take quite a lot of time. I'll show you what is under the bridge after this. But pretty much what we're doing is we're going to get a weapon from this Drake that is going to be really high damage. Now, it's not a good weapon to play with in the long term because it doesn't have what's called scaling. It doesn't increase its damage at all throughout the game unless you upgrade it. And it's not really worth upgrading because all it is base damage and you can find better weapons. But the reason to pick Pyromancer is you are going to get more pyromancy spells. And those spells are going to be probably what I think you'll use because you can do them at range. And they're very powerful. Pyromancy in this game is not based off your stats. Anything that says it's based off a stat is lying to you. It takes a lot of money to upgrade your Pyromancy Flame, what you use to cast it. But it doesn't take stats at all. So, once you get the Pyromancy Tutor, which if you make it that far in your stream, I will direct you on how to reach them easily, but right now I'm assuming Gargoyles is probably as far as we'll get. But yeah, since you're not going to need stats for damage, you're not going to be getting more damage with your weapons, and you can pump all of your stats into attunement for more spells, vigor for more health, and endurance for more stamina and carry load. And since a weapon, at least at this point in the game, is not going to give you more damage with more stats, a weapon with just high base damage that doesn't care about your stats at all is going to be fine. This is why I said to put 16 into strength. Is because then we'll just meet the stat requirement to wield the weapon. And then 12 was to be able to wield the bow. Let's see, I've missed twice, so we're like 18-ish arrows. I think we're halfway through getting this tail shot off. Hopefully. So the only other thing I really need to show is what's under the bridge here and how to access the bonfire. Because those are things that are going to be really, really helpful and are not immediately apparent. I just have to fill the time talking. I'm hoping this shows that you don't necessarily have to be like super fast or reflexive with a Dark Souls game. Standing there with a shield and a good enough weapon and just hitting something until it dies is a valid way to play the game. Shields, I think, are a little bit underrated in these games. Because the more popular playstyle is to be, like, really fast, really aggressive, dodge roll through everything. But with a good shield, you can just sit there, let the attacks bounce. I can talk. And, like, it'll be fine. There is, if you feel comfortable trying, you can, like, try another shot when the tail's right in front of you here. That will speed it up a little bit. I just more often than not miss those shots, so I haven't been taking them. And now I'm going to hit them. There we go. So we have the Drake Sword. We're gonna hit L1 again to get out of the bow aiming thing. Come in here. We're gonna remove the bow. And here it is, the Drake Sword. So yeah, you have 16 strength. You have 10 at least dex, so you can wield it. And I'm just gonna cycle through a lot of these other weapons. So if it doesn't deal with the regular plus the bonus you're getting from your scaling, if it doesn't deal more than 200, it is not worth using over the Drake Sword right now. So this one's getting a big negative because you don't have the strength requirement. But like even this one, like 85, 95, 99 on our good old Morning Star. Like all of these aren't doing anything for us like this is. It's way more damage. And it's not going to be something you'd ever keep through an entire playthrough, but look at that. We just one-shot that guy. Those were the types of guys that it was taking us like 2 or 3. So, we're gonna come in through here, and I'm gonna hopefully not get poisoned. These are rats, they poison, they drop humanity. Try not to, try not to fall off the edge here. You can block them, the thing is, status effects go through your shield. So you would still take the status effect. So there's the 2 enemies here and then all the rats. And then we come over here. There's a guy there. And we can see a bonfire, but there's a gate and we can't unlock it. My last thing is I'm going to show you how to unlock that gate. Because having a bonfire, so you don't need to run through the rats and this guy, it's going to be a lifesaver. Because especially if the rats poison you, you're just not going to have a good time in the next section. So, we're going to come up here to the bridge. He's going to breathe fire on it. We're going to stand here. He's going to kill all the enemies, and we are just going to stand here. Let's get to full health. We're just going to stand here, and when we've stood here long enough, he's going to hop off the wall there and be on the bridge, and we're just going to run past him. So we just go around him, ignore all the stuff. Yep. Doesn't matter that we get hit. Just keep running. And we're gonna run through this door. And we're gonna stand over here. Because he's going to fly back up there. And he's gonna fly off. Again, these guys aren't aggressive, so you can ignore them. We're gonna light the bonfire. We're gonna pull this lever to open the gate, and that's the next area you can go through. And then lastly, we're gonna come out here and we can just pick up the loot. And then there you go. You can very, very much do Dark Souls 1. I have faith. But yeah, that's the start of it.